This show was previously recorded. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Living Life with Leticia. I'm ready to get our devotion started, so let's get this party started. Our verse says, "Show me your ways." God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him worship him in spirit and in truth. John 4:24. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. A true worshiper of God, we must worship him in spirit and in truth. Our spirits must worship him. True worship, that is, must come from inner self, from the heart, and from the mind. It is not a matter of mere outward rituals. The true worship must also be in accord with God's truth and will as revealed to us in the Bible. And O everlasting spirit and creator of all creaturely spirits, our spirits long to worship you, to know you, and to praise you for your great incomprehensible glory. We desire to worship you from a true heart and a pure mind, and to do so in accordance with your truth. Grant us, Lord, as we pray, our request, and make us more and more true worshipers of you. All these blessings I pray in thy Son, Jesus Christ's name, for his sake. Amen. Thank y'all for coming back to join me. I feel so much better than I did. I have been not feeling good for about maybe about 3 weeks almost, or more. I did a few shows in between there because I just I had to say, like, my birthday came, our anniversary came, and now Thanksgiving has come and gone, and we are on our way to Christmas. So of course we had to do I had to just pop in and out. I did a few little videos that I had heard people talking, which I think I'm going to do that more. I like different videos and I want to share them. And since I do have a YouTube channel, I can share them on my YouTube channel, and not just share it. I can share it through me. Two double-edged sword. I mean, hey, it's a win-win or whatever. Win-win. They win because I've now forwarded their video to my channel, and my people, that whoever are looking at my stuff, will look at it and maybe forward it on. And so that's the whole purpose of this YouTube procedure. And I don't know that y'all are getting it as far as sharing it. I need you to share it because I know somebody out there. You don't have to say, "Hey girl, go check out her channel." Just send her a link and let her click on it herself, and let her just scroll through my videos. And so far I have 85th video, so there's plenty stuff to choose from. And I do want to let you guys know that these videos are not cookie cutters. They're not. They are going to be, or they are, the things that I feel that are important, whether it is talking about our relationships, whether it's talking about the food that we're eating or cooking the food that we're eating, trying to do a garden, and, just whatever I'm doing in this retirement life. My day is full of adventures. Now, I don't record all day long because y'all don't even see everything that's going on, okay? You see enough. But I'm doing things all day long, so it's never going to be one set thing. My day consists of multiple things most of the time. If I'm cleaning, I'm also cooking at the same time, or I'm also doing the laundry at the same time, or, I'm doing multiple things at multiple times. So today I was trying to come up with something that we could discuss, because it gets kind of difficult when we sit here and we think about some of the things that we may want to talk about. I know things are important the things that are important to me, which are, you know, of course, our relationships with our spouse and our relationships with our family. Because our spouse is not the only one that we have to get along with. We have to get along with everybody. Everybody. I mean, from the littlest one on up to the oldest one. And your family is not always cooperative when it comes to getting along with you, possibly. But you want your heart to be clear and you want everything to flow smoothly in your life. So that means trying to get some of these kinks worked out of your day-to-day life and also your day-to-day family life, because you may not be attached to your family by the hip. You know, like, you know, I know some families that they have no clue what their relatives are doing or how they're doing or whatever. Because they don't have that, you know, they don't have a close knit. Nobody's talking to anybody anymore because everybody's got now something's wrong, an attitude, something happened, somebody did this, somebody did that. And this is coming up on a critical time in some people's lives. I found out that Twitch, so you think you can dance. So I watched him start out there, and then I think he became one of the judges or something. I don't know, but I kind of lost track of what else he was doing. But then once I got on to social media, I started seeing here lately his wife and, you know, him dancing. So I thought, man, he's a happy dude. He's just, you know, happy. But unfortunately, just by looking at somebody, you can't tell that they happy or sad or in a depressive mood or on the verge of thinking about committing suicide. You don't know. And that is so sad. Now, we're going to talk about this today because it's at the forefront of my mind, because it's holiday season. A lot of people get depressed around this time. Family, if you're not close, it even feels like you're even more distanced when it comes to the holidays, because that's normally when families get together. Now, this year, I don't think we're going to be able to go home because we went home for Thanksgiving. So we have some things that we got to do here, or my bubby does, and it's my car that he's got to work on. So we have some things that we got to get done here. So we won't be traveling home, and as my mom said, if the Lord bless us to say the same, we will be seeing each other next Christmas. And I hope that we all can get together and everybody's still in one piece, because we can't depend on that anymore. Y'all see that people are not coming home from the grocery store. They're not coming home from work, home from going to the fast food place anymore, not coming home from a date, not coming home from nothing. And if they do, once they get there, you don't know what their attitude is when they get there. They could have now a mission to kill everybody here in the house or just harm themselves or whatever they're going through. People are going through a lot of stuff, y'all. People are dealing with a lot of stuff that we don't know nothing about, that we have no clue that they're dealing with. So, yeah, holiday season, this is a time for families, and this is a time for everybody to get together, and this is a time that we, share one another. The older I get, the more I realize that Christmas is, of course, very commercialized. The shopping list for, everybody in the family. You gotta buy Tommy one, Timmy one, Tootie one, and Toppy one. Because everybody else got one, so they want one, and it's Christmas, so it's time for gift giving. So this is the time that we would start, handing out gifts. People have just taken that to a whole nother level. We go into debt when it comes to Christmas. We paying for that bill all year long for one day for them to look at it and toss it aside and never touch it anymore until somebody else comes over and they pull it out, or, you know, they now too old for us. Now you got to wheel it on down into the family. Christmas is about spending time with your family, giving thanks for the birth of Christ, because he was and is our reason for the season. It's not about anything else. Man-made stuff, Christmas trees, and Santa Claus. I hope there ain't no kids looking at it. If y'all still believe in Santa, then there's something wrong with y'all. Santa is mean. Santa was mean. Santa is the parents that go out and spend their hard-earned money on these naughty kids that have not been nice to their parents all year long. But now, one day, you got to show them, okay. You know, one year I wanted to put and I don't know if I did it or not, but I wanted to put a lump of coal in the stocking up there, because I'm thinking, y'all ain't been no good kids. How you think you're going to get something for Christmas? And you ain't even been good. That is, but we do. We go ahead, even though, Timmy done struck out of school. He on his 5th strike. Because now, they don't even want him to have homeschooling, because he's so bad that he at home and he's still cutting up in the class. How do you homeschool yourself and you're still cutting up in your class? I'm just saying, some of these kids are not even deserving of a gift. I think they should get. You ain't get nothing for Christmas because you haven't been good all year long. It should be a tally system. You mess up, that means you ain't getting nothing for Christmas, so don't even look for it. But you can't do that, because then, your kids is feeling some kind of way about you. And all you trying to do is teach them a lesson, like straighten up and act yourself right. So when Christmas do come, you ain't got no problems with getting the gifts that you want. Because Santa Claus, namely me, will possibly try to find whatever that toy is that everybody's searching for. Well, I'm glad I don't have to go through all of that anymore. However, back to seriousness. This is the time for family time and for everybody to try to get together as much as possible. I realize, we are away from our family. We did see the majority of everybody at Thanksgiving. So I won't feel so bad at not going home for Christmas. But my family knows that that's my main goal, is to get home and to spend time with them, or to have them come here, whichever way it is. I love my family time. And so I just wanted to pop on to say, 'tis the season to be jolly. But everybody's not jolly. There's somebody within your space or where you possibly work, or maybe that you've possibly come in contact to, that is having or dealing with a rough time of it right now. That this is a holiday season that they are just not fond of anymore, because they're missing a couple of people that used to share these holidays with them, and those people are no longer around this holiday season, because we lost my stepdad around Thanksgiving, and it was an awful time, and it was a hard thing for us to get over around that time of the year, because it was so sad. So that's when we started kind of having Thanksgiving away from my mom's house, because it brought back too many memories of, the Thanksgiving right before my stepdad died. So sometimes you have to do something different, change the scenery. We started doing brunches on Christmas. And so, those are ideas that we came up with to keep it light, but keep it simple, and still keep it a holiday that we can still remember and that we can cherish, moving on. And our kids can remember, and our grandbabies can remember. And so that's what it's all about, is what you carry away in your heart. Yes, sometimes family is annoying as heck. Sometimes family is not what you want your family to be. And sometimes family is the best people because they're there in your corner. They pushing you. They got your back. And if you ever fall, your family's got you. And for these people that act like and think like your family is so awful and your family is not there for you and your family is not a good role model for your life, well, I beg to differ with you. Your family is going to be there when ain't nobody else going to be there. So give yourself a little bit of time and live a little bit more, and you'll realize your friends and all them people that you think is your friends, you see how that girl got her friends is the ones that actually beat her to death and didn't call 911 and didn't report her death and reported it. And when they did report it, they reported it as a alcohol overdose of some sort of whatever stupid stuff they came up with. That's what your friends do. Those are people that you call your friends. And screw your family, because those are the people that got your back. These people here, they got your back until they don't. Your family got your back. I don't care what is said about you or what we thought about you or whatever. I don't care what you've had to go through. I don't care if you left everybody in turmoil and you whirlwind out of there like the Tasmanian devil. And you said, I ain't gonna never ever, in my whole life come back and listen to this family and talk to y'all again. But I bet you when you were sick and your family was the only one to bring you a cup of soup, or was the only one to come and do something for you, or was the only one to come check on you, or was the only one. That's your family. That's your family. That's your family. Well, and if you ain't had it yet, you'll get it. You'll have it. You'll get there. But I wouldn't wish it upon nobody that you have to find out that you need your family. You do. Everybody needs everybody. They need you. You need them. And you can play like you don't. And you can play like you don't. And I'm tired of not saying you can play like you don't. Play like you don't need somebody. When you need them, play like it then. Anyway, this was not that kind of a show. Shouldn't have been that kind of a show. But I want to let people know these are serious times. A lot of people are playing around and playing with God and playing with themselves and playing and acting like and making people think. But if God don't know you, when you get there at that gate, that's what's going to matter. And you can pretend to us, but you cannot pretend to God. And cherish your family. Cherish every day, every moment you have with them, because when they're gone, you will not have them at all. And your family is always going to be there for you. They have your back regardless of if you want them to or not. They do. I hope y'all have a blessed rest of your day. I know this will not be my last video before Christmas. I've got some more that's coming along. I hope you guys stay blessed and be a blessing. Happy holidays, y'all. Find somebody that maybe you can brighten up their day. Make some cookies. Take them to them. Make a cupcake. Give it to, I don't know. So this is a difficult time for some people. And it may be that you are the some people. And if you are, put it in my comments. I'll send you a cupcake. I will. I don't want nobody to feel like they don't have anybody. I want people to know that they have family. You have family. And if you don't have no family and your friends are your family and they truly are your family and they're not just trying to stab you in your back and get you somewhere and murder you, then cherish those people too. We do have friends out there, but your family is always going to be there for you. Be blessed and be a blessing. Deuces. Bye.